Hello, automation enthusiasts. This is John Strauman, the Chief Automation Officer from Microsoft's Mighty South region. A few weeks ago, I built a demo using historical data for a fictitious hotel chain called Contoso Hotels, Inc. I wrote an article on it on LinkedIn, and there's the article, and I will paste the link in the chat comments for this video. And if you read the article, or you do read the article, you'll see that I built some Power BI dashboards, and then we actually used that model to predict future performance. So if we passed in some data to the model, we were able to predict the average daily rate that the hotel could expect given some parameters like the season, the hotel location, and other such data. So now we're going to see a quick automation on how the hotel can use this model going forward to alert them to patterns in their hotel occupancies. So what I did is I built a quick Microsoft Power Automate flow. It's a recurrence, and you'll see that I set the recurrence to run on the first day of every month. And what it's going to do is execute against the SQL Server database. So the data for the hotels is stored in Azure SQL Server, and it's going to run a SQL query that says, for the last 30 days, get every row in the KPIs database, and KPIs, as you know, means key performance indicators, where the occupancy rate is less than 50%. And the idea there is that the report will be returned to the hotel, and then the hotel managers and the hotel marketing execs can say, hey, we see these hotels have an occupancy rate less than 50%. Let's try to figure out why, and then they can take action to maybe correct that and get the occupancy up higher. So once the SQL query executes, it creates an HTML table, and then it sends an email with the report. So let's test this real quick and see it work. So I'll do a save. And by the way, you might have noticed I am using the new Copilot powered Power Automate Designer, which we're getting a lot of great feedback on. So I hope you've had a chance to check that out. And then I'll just say test, and let's do a manual test. Run my flow. And we start to get our check marks, which means the SQL query is running. And the flow is done. Now I check my email, and you see I have an email from the automation that says hotels with occupancy less than 50% this month. So the benefit to customers here is that instead of having to go into SQL or even look at the Power BI dashboards, which are very useful, but it takes someone actually opening up Power BI and having a look at the dashboard and maybe filtering according to the data they want to see. This is a targeted report that gives us the names of all the hotels, and I think Contoso Hotels has about 100 hotels in their chain, and it gives us an instant report on all the hotels whose occupancy was less than 50% last month. So we see some of them like Parkside Oasis only had 30% occupancy, Lakeside Plaza in Madison, Wisconsin had 29%. So now the hotel marketing managers can say, let's concentrate some marketing dollars on those hotels and get that occupancy rate up higher next month. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be more coming soon.